Hello, everyone. This is the Parkinson Network from Mount Diablo, and this is our monthly Lunch and Learn. Today, we have representatives from Stanford University and Stanford Health.
Thank you so much, Rick. Hi, everyone. My name is Meg. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if you have any issues seeing the screen. So we thought we would start with a quick round of introductions. As I mentioned, my name is Meg. I'm a manager at Stanford Health Care's Health Education, Engagement, and Promotion Department. And I'll turn it over to my colleague, Robin, to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Robin Riddle. I work at Stanford University, and I run the Stanford Parkinson's Community Outreach Program that focuses on activities in Northern and Central California. And we also run the APDA Information and Referral Center. We're one of a couple of handfuls of information and referral centers funded by the APDA and around the United States. And in that effort, we also focus on Northern and Central California.
Thank you, Robin. And next, I'm going to ask my colleague Yue to introduce herself. Yue?
Hello, everybody. So my name is Yue Whelchel. So I have been working about Parkinson's. I'm the instructor for helping the Parkinson participants and work out daily. So I'm teaching for the base the campus, and on Tuesday, Thursday afternoon at 2:30. Right now, everything on virtual. If in the future everybody interested in taking the class, and welcome, please, and contact us as well. I'm going to show you some demo today for how helping the Parkinson's patients for doing the daily exercise, be the functional, be the movement, and be the awesome. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Thank you, Yue. All right, so today, Robin and I are going to offer a brief overview of the programs offered by Stanford University and Stanford Medicine for Parkinson's disease. And then, as you mentioned, she's going to provide you an exercise for Parkinson's disease class. So please get ready to move. If you need to change into comfortable clothing for exercise, go do that now while Robin and I are talking so that you can get ready to move with you. And Robin and I will also be available to answer any questions that you have. So let's get started. Stanford Health Care offers wellness classes for our neuroscience patients, including dance for Parkinson's disease, tango for Parkinson's disease, exercise for Parkinson's, which is taught by you, and a sit and be fit class, which is a seated exercise class. We also offer mind-body classes such as mindful meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong for vitality, and many different types of yoga classes, including a chair yoga class. All of our classes are free and open to the community. That means that you don't have to be a Stanford healthcare patient to participate in our classes. Not only that, you don't have to be a resident of California. If you are on the other side of the country or on the other side of the world, if it works out for you, we'd welcome you in our class. Most of our classes are available virtually on Zoom, with some that are becoming available soon in person at Stanford in Palo Alto, including dance for Parkinson's disease and tango for Parkinson's disease, starting in just a few weeks. So if you're interested in learning more about our wellness classes, please visit us at http://stanfordhealthcare.org/NSCP. And I'm sure we'll make the link available to all of you after this presentation as well. I also wanted to share information about the Stanford Healthcare Health Library. With over 33 years of serving the community as the premier consumer health library in the United States, the Stanford Health Library provides evidence-based information to help individuals make informed decisions about their health and healthcare, and connects people to resources to meet whole person needs. The Health Library is also home to our caregiver program, which offers volunteers who provide a listening ear and compassion to caregivers. Like our wellness classes, all of the Health Library services are free and open to the community, which again means that you don't have to be a Stanford healthcare patient to take advantage of the amazing services that the Health Library offers. For more information, visit the Health Library at healthlibrary.stanford.edu. And now I'm going to turn it over to Robin to present on her program.
Great, thanks, Meg. So as I said, we have an American Parkinson Disease Association Information and Referral Center at Stanford. And what that means is we have a website available, med.stanford.edu/Parkinson's. And that web page or website has a bunch of information about symptoms of Parkinson's disease. If you're newly diagnosed, there's a special page for that. If you're a young onset, special page for that. A lot of good information on that website. We also have a blog, parkinsonsblog.stanford.edu. And that blog has announcements of events taking place and guest speakers that feature Stanford medicine researchers or clinicians and other terrific Parkinson's related programs available virtually or sometimes in person in the Northern or Central California area. The most visited web pages we have on our website for Northern and Central California are a list of Parkinson's support groups. And of course, Mount Diablo Network is listed on that web page, and all of its Parkinson's Mount Diablo Network has a ton of support groups. So it takes up a lot of space on our on our support group webpage. In fact, we also have a very popular list of in-person Parkinson's exercise classes. And in fact, some of those take place at the Walnut Creek Grace Community Church, where Mount Diablo Parkinson's Support Group meets. But there are tons of other in-person exercise classes available around the San Francisco Bay Area. And those are listed, plus all the classes available in Central California. And we also have in-person fall prevention classes. These, of course, are not Parkinson's disease. So we have a lot of other popular web pages that are not focused on Northern or Central California resources. And one of the most popular ones is a list of virtual Parkinson's exercise classes. Of course, with the pandemic, a lot of classes stopped meeting in person, and they've been kind of slow to resume, frankly. But the good news is that there's just tons of classes available online. And our list of virtual Parkinson's Parkinson's exercise classes includes all of the classes that we know about in the United States and in Canada. I think those are the only two countries that we cover. Probably because of the time zone, other classes really wouldn't work out for us. But tons, and there must be 150 offerings available for virtual exercise classes. So there's a lot. And as Meg mentioned, most of the Stanford classes are available virtually. So that's another excellent opportunity if you're interested in virtual classes. We also list, we're often asked about referring people to movement disorder specialists in Northern and Central California. So we have a very popular webpage listing all the people we know about who are movement disorder specialists. We have, as probably many of you know, two very important email lists. One is Stanford PD Info. And the nice thing about that list is that we email out all the Parkinson's webinars and virtual events that we know about in the upcoming month. And usually, say for the month of August, our email went out probably July 30th or maybe July 29th. So we get those emails into everybody's hands with the good list of upcoming months Parkinson's webinars. So that's a great list. And that list is also published on our blog if people for some reason don't receive the email or perhaps delete it. We also have a list for Parkinson's disease caregivers. There's some emails available or some newspaper articles or magazine articles specific to Parkinson's disease caregiving, but we also share other articles more generically about caregiving, or caregiving with somebody with dementia, or caregiving for somebody with a particular symptom, or some other challenging condition where Parkinson's disease caregivers can still benefit. Next slide, Meg. So we have a few things that are upcoming I wanted to highlight. This evening, we actually have our first Spanish language Parkinson's disease support group meeting. We just started this, as I said, tonight's our first meeting. We're hoping to find some people in the Spanish language community who are interested in receiving support. We've been told, and obviously there's an important need for this in the community because there are not very many Spanish language support groups available. And the group's going to meet virtually for the foreseeable future, and anybody, person with Parkinson's, any family member is welcome to join, but you do need to live in Northern or Central California to participate in that. The really exciting thing about our support group, our Spanish language support group, is that it's led by a neurologist, actually led by a movement disorder specialist. So she's speaks fluent Spanish, so it's very exciting. And she's going to spend the first 10 minutes or so of every meeting giving a short mini lecture, we'll call it, about some particular Parkinson's symptom. And I know tonight she's going to be speaking about cognition. And of course, everything's in Spanish. Tomorrow at the same time at noon Pacific time, we have Dr. Helen Bronnie Stewart speaking about adaptive deep brain stimulation. This is for our Palo Alto Parkinson's support group meeting. It's a joint meeting between that group and the Stanford Deep Brain Stimulation Group. So we're offering a virtual talk tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Bronnie Stewart is a pioneer in the world for what's called adaptive DBS, or sometimes it's called brain radio. So most DBS systems are closed loop, where the leads in the brain only communicate with the it's a one-way communication. It only communicates with the stimulator that's usually in the chest, sometimes in the stomach. And the communication is only one way. And what Dr. Bronnie Stewart wants to do is have other sensors on the body that can detect whether somebody is freezing gait or has tremor. And then that information feeds through a wearable device, feeds into the DBS system, and it can adjust the leads in the brain. So it's a very exciting program. And she's, as I said, a pioneer in this effort. She very rarely speaks. And so this is a great opportunity to hear her. And so let me know if you need the link for that. We have next Friday at 11 in the morning, a Connecting Through Art program. It's available to anybody in Northern or Central California. It's a virtual program, and we're going to try art therapy for people with PD and caregivers, and see how that works. It's a new program for us. We're experimenting with this approach for art therapy. We have what we call a gadget webinar coming up for caregivers, and that's in a couple of Sundays in the afternoon. That's a virtual meeting available to any caregiver for Parkinson's disease in Northern or Central California, where we're going to share gadgets. So things like tools to pick up something on the ground, or gait belts. A lot of people do not know about gait belts. People's favorite brands of patient lift device, so-called patient lift devices, or sit to stand lifts. People are sharing all kinds of gadgets at that meeting. And then upcoming in October, we're having a Parkinson's disease, dementia, and Lewy body dementia caregiver symposium. The last two events are joint efforts between Stanford Parkinson's Community Outreach and Brain Support Network, which is a local Menlo Park-based nonprofit interested in Lewy body dementia and brain donation. So hope people can make that. And that's going to be a hybrid event, both about 100 people limited to in person, and then we'll have also offer virtual. And you can email me. I'll put my email address in the chat, but it's rriddle@stanford.edu. Email me if you're interested in getting links to any of these events. A lot of the links are available on our website or on our blog site, but some things are just limited to certain areas of people, so we're not going to post those. Okay, Meg, I think next slide, and then that's it for me. Okay, so this is our team, is myself, Denise Dagan. I think many of you might receive her emails if you're on our email list. And Stephen Russell's also been very involved in our efforts for the last few years. We also have occasional contractors who work for us attending some of those Parkinson's disease webinars, taking notes and sharing the notes and summaries. And so you might see other names occasionally as part of our team. So look forward to hearing from people. And Meg, take it away, and we'll leave it up to you for the exercising.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. Unless there are any pressing questions, I think we'll turn it over to you to offer us a 20 to 25 minute exercise class. And then with the time remaining, Robin and I can take questions. So you take it away.
All right. Okay. So today, if you do have the chair, stable chair, no way or under will be provided by yourself. So make sure you do have this to be ready. And in case, okay, someone you really need sitting in a chair, you don't feel comfortable to standing up, please do so, no problem. And the first part, okay, daily movement, functional exercise is very important, helping the Parkinson's patient to get your ability to do the exercise. So today I'm just show you some very functional exercise you can do daily, every day. So we're going to do the big movement. Okay, so make sure you stay a little bit away from your chairs. Make sure your feet are always standing wider as your hip. So build your ground base and more balance. Yeah. So big movement, swing your arm right and left. So try to rotation your shoulders side to side. Depending on how you feel, you might be doing the 50 at a time. Or you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm not going to do in the 50 today, but it's your homework. You're going to do the whole, okay, by your 50, either every other day or every day. So that's your first movement. And I'm going to change moving up. So you're going to first one direction, reach, you're going to pull. So you want a big movement, no rush. Do not drop your head. So you're going to slowly and stay tall. So you're going to low and high. If you prefer sitting in a chair, you're able still to do this exercise. You just reach and pull. Okay. So can we give a last 2? And one more. Nice. So after this one, you might be slightly lower your arm. Okay, so you still have swing, like leave it vertical, one arm up and down. So you kind of like a side to side. Okay. I see sometimes a message come out in case anything, let me know. Yeah, so I'm unable to check out this message. Okay. Yeah, just move your torso. Okay. Move the movement, keep your balance. Yeah, this one you're as same as while you do the 50 reps on your own. I'm going to moving on. Okay, I just show you some exercise. Yes. So this one, remember you do start other side. From the left and the low and high. You want to reach the base and reach high. Big movement, always. Yeah. So you're going to low and high. Try to listen to your body, do your own pace. Okay, keep breathing, inhale, exhale. Can we get 2 more? And 1 more. Okay, come this one. Okay, you're standing. Okay, just slightly roll your shoulder. That's another the base. Make sure keep your feet a little bit wider. Slowly roll your shoulder back. Yeah, so you're going to lift and roll your shoulder. So slowly, okay, couple more here. 4, 3, 2. I'm going to add on another layer. So you might be hand, okay, hold your hips. So you kind of like lift your toe, lift your heel. If you have a hard time to hold your balance, make sure you always able to hold your chair. Lift your toe, lift the heel, toe, and the heel. Safety, okay, is very important. You can no chair, your hand hold somewhere, you're able leaning, okay, to do the balance. So that's your couple more here. So lift your toe and then lift your heel. Yeah, you can add this one to the 10 rep. Okay, I'm going to release. So you're slightly, okay, leaning forward. Okay, so slightly you sit back, shape your way to the heel. It's the same thing. You can use your chair to your balance. So you can forward and slowly come up. Yeah. The key word, okay, always lift your head. Look at 6 feet away from your toe. Never, never drop your head. Never, never drop your head down. Okay, you're kind of like a hinge over. Yes. Give your full body the range of motion. Inhale, exhale. Inhale back. And you're going to exhale down. Nice. Let me give you 2 more. Okay, 1 more. Nice. Okay. It's time. You're going to just swing your arm. Okay, after you were losing your feet and your shoulder and your torso, you just okay, slow down. So you're going to lift your arm and kick the arm back. Lift and kick back. Yeah, just do as many as you can. Okay, those exercises you always doing okay on a daily basis. Yeah. And after a couple more here, we're going to move to your balance. So the 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, reach your arm, see the heel. So kind of like you reach a little higher, start tapping your ball, the foot. Okay, lift the heel. Keep your feet a little bit wider. You can move your hip left and right. Yes, arm, okay, reach high, little side to side. Keep moving, arm straight up. That's how always some like standing exercise. I can show you. Swing your shoulders, hold your balance, lift the heel. 4, 3, 2, nice. Okay, whenever give you a little break. So I always like finish the power move. You want to see back the heel or you're standing okay behind your chair. So kind of like your arm able okay to push a little bit over. So see back the heel. Yes. A little bit see back the heel. Called the power move. Okay, you can do this one, the 10 rep, and then we're going to adding on. Okay. 4, 3, 2, nice. After your 10, okay, you're going to split. Bring your one arm up. So slightly lift your other side of the heel. One arm down. So reach high. Because we have another balance come out. So you're going to reach high. No rush. Stay taller as possible. So 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, you can hold here or try to bring this foot off the ground. Or still too hard, okay. Quick, okay. Hand hold your these chairs. You're gonna need to practice for your balance. Okay, you can slightly pausing by 10, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice. Okay, yeah. So a little bit, give you a little bit recover, then we're going to adding up. Little side to side. And I'm going to show you another power move, side to side. One time, you're going to bring your arm, come up in the power move. But next one, second one, we're going to move your arm down, reach, and your big arm opening. Try to open your collarbone as well. Okay, ready? So you're going to power move. 1, power move. 2, your hand slightly press down. Nice. Roll your shoulder back. So you're going to low and high. Slightly, okay, push down. But that's how I will be showing you, okay, some standing exercise. You're always able to sit on the chair, do the exercise I'm just showed you. 4. You do the 2 more. And 1 more. You're going to slightly kick back, or if they lift the heel, little pop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 9 and 10. On this one, okay, start lift and marching your heel. So lift your toe. Okay, you can left and right, or slightly moving back, or moving forward. Reach your arm to the side. Okay, lift and move your hip. So you're going to side to side. Nice. Okay, hold your balance. Upper body slightly leaning forward. So the 4, 3, 2, nice. Okay, on this one, you maybe have reach other side taller. Okay, we're going to work on the other side balance. Lift. So you're going to lift the heel, reach high. Reach. Little bit low high. Stay taller as possible. Okay, so we reach high. Give the 4 more. Last one. Are you able to hold the balance? You can bring this leg. Give it a testing. Modification hand. Hold your chair. Okay, a little bit kick back. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Okay, yeah. So this one, hand, a little bit tap your quad. Okay, yeah. So couple more here, upper body slightly forward. You can little tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, slowly walking your knee forward, and come back. If you prefer, okay, right now you're sitting in the chairs, same thing, you're on the hand. Just slowly, okay, leaning forward and come back. Do not arch your back. Slowly, 4, 3, do not drop your height. 1 more. Okay, when you hold here, push your lower back down. Okay, lift your head. And slowly, okay, pull the spine. If you leave a lower back, stretch. Okay, and going to after this one, okay, yeah, we're going to slightly modification jumping jack. So you're going to down and up, shoot hoop, tap, 1, down. That's your 2. Stay tall. That's a 3, 4. Your 5, 6. Your 7, 8. Your 9 and 10. Okay, nice. Little bit kick the leg. If you can, okay, little bit slightly march. Just keep your feet a little bit wider. Couple more here, okay, we'll move, okay, sitting the position, okay, I like to give you show the last exercise. Yeah, so leave it marching. So slightly lift your knee. Move your hips side to side. So 4, 3, 2. Normally I will be do okay, step your 1 foot forward. So still have the motion control. Bring your balance and you come back. If too hard, you're just low and high. So reach and pull. Okay, ready? We do 10 reps. So you're gonna reach and pull. Little power. Modification, just reach and low and high. Yes. Okay. So try to give even out. Bring the each side of 10 reps. One more. Okay, come here and you're going to little reverse. Look up to the ceiling, little pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, come this one. Windmill. Swing arm. And whenever okay, you're ready, we're going to move your other side. Modification, other jumping jack. I show you on the first side, we tap the okay, the quad forward, you lift. But right now, okay, you're going to open up to the side. Modification, jumping jack. You don't have to lift your leg off the ground. Just open arm, move side to side. Okay, 10 reps. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, big movement. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Okay, then we're going to finish other side. Step out and come back. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Or okay, stay. So you're going to low and high. Reach and pull. Okay, couple more here, each side by 5, by 10. So we done the other side of 10. We have to finish this one. Okay, couple more here. 2 more. 1 more. Nice. Come this one and do the reverse. As I show you today, okay, some standing the exercise you can do on the daily basis. 4, 3, 2, okay, and release. Quick, standing behind your chair. Just a little bit forward. Okay, give a little bit super stretch, and then we're going to sit on the chair and show you how to quick couple more exercises. And when you're sitting position. So right now, okay, keep everything straight, forward fold. Lift your head higher. So 4, 3, 2, nice. And they're going to come up. Okay, if you really need water, quick grab some water. And please feel free, sit back in your chairs. That's what I always do, okay, hand, make sure really stable. You just get little, pick one leg, just kick forward. Arm, push on the side of the chairs. So kick a couple more here on the one side leg. I show you how to, okay, make your sitting position, then you switch. You go to the other leg. So try to lift, kick the toe, up. Nice. So really, okay, super feel the quad. So 4, 3, 2, nice. Woo, okay, come this one, okay, give a little recover, bring the arm, reach up to ceiling. Try to the bicep, at least, okay. Close your ear as possible. And you're gonna cross your finger, turn the palm up to the ceiling. So 4, 3, 2, and slowly circle arm, reset. Okay, we're gonna pick one side leg. Big step, we're gonna reach, open the knee, reach, and come back. So this one, okay, all the lower body, you can do the 10 repetition if you prefer, okay, reach, chop. Big step. Whenever, okay, you do the 10 reps, you can like reach, bring this elbow, try to, if you're able, bring this arm, look up to the ceiling. Open the kneecap. So 4, 3, 2, and you're gonna circle your arm down. So right away, okay, put this leg. If you can, step on top your leg, the quad, and then leave it leaning forward. If too hard, maybe just cross your ankle, okay, you don't have to lift that too high. Just give it a try. And you maybe move the knee, okay, slightly over. And I like how to do the monkey pose and bring the elbow. Yes, if you can. Option, make it a little harder. Try to straight arm. Right? And go to release. Step this down. So this time your both hand, okay, leave it tap the knee. And a little recover, we're gonna move other side. So 4, 3, 2, nice. Okay, are we ready? This time, okay, you move out. You're gonna big step, other side. You're gonna out. So try to like reach, okay. Little deeper as possible. Give the shoulders. A couple more here. How about 2 more? And hold here. Okay, bring the elbow. Try to slowly reach your other arm up. Okay, give the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, okay, and going to, okay, take it back. So right away, okay, bring this leg, step on top of the quad. If you can, push your knee down and leaning up the body slightly forward. Two more breathing. And you're gonna slowly, okay, put this knee over and try to, okay, bring this elbow outside the kneecap with the twist. One more breathing and straight your arm. Leave it more open up. 4, 3, 2, nice. Okay, and slowly take it back down. Okay, so this time, keep your feet a little bit wider, just pull your knee, okay, open it. And on top of kneecap. Okay, we'll give you the final stretch. And hand on top of the quad. I like start doing this one, little bit hand over, push lower back down. Lift your head, looking forward. Okay, a couple more here. And then whenever you're ready, okay, so your upper body hinge over. Make that move to the side. You can how I engage, push lower back down, elbow to the side. Lift your head up. So 4, 3, 2, and go slowly move your hand on the kneecap. Kind of like a little bit C-curves. This time you need to drop your head down, put your chin down. Like pull your belly button like a sit back. 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring your arm. Reach up to the ceiling, sit straight. Feel like your torso 90 degree. Okay, and the circle arm. Reach back. Try, if too hard for the landing on top of the chair, you might be on the side, but you want to, okay, look your head up, open your collarbone, right? Okay. You can have deep, super stretch. So 4, 3, 2, okay, and we're going to release. And arm forward, hand over, chair pose. Hold your chair pose. Okay, and you're going to come up straight. Yeah. And you can, okay, bring your one knee up. Try to, if you're able, hand either hand under the kneecap or try to walk, walk on the bottom of the foot and straight this leg. Okay. If too hard, just hand the kneecap. That's okay. Nice. Okay, drop this leg down. Deep inhale. Straight tall. And they're going to exhale. Either hand under the kneecap or walk on the bottom of the foot. Slowly straight leg. Chest up, shoulder back. And you're going to take it down. Okay, last one. And a deep inhale. So this time, okay, we will do the forward fold. If you try to able touch your toe. Keep your lower back. One more time. Deep inhale. So this time, okay, when you exhale, circle arm, upper body forward, try to bring your body. If you're able, off the chair, shape your way to the heel. And you're going to come up. Okay. When you're standing, just okay, tap the heel 1, tap the heel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're 7, 8, you're 9, and 10. Nice. And drop your arm. Okay. Good jobs. Hope, okay, today I show you the couple of the field exercise. Help you try to add in your exercise routine on the daily, and it will be helpful activity. And I hope also see everyone, if you're able to join my class on a regular basis schedule on Tuesday, Thursday at afternoon 2:30. Okay, reach out the program as well. Yeah, and I think that's one for today. If you have any questions, we reach out to my managers as well. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for participating. Robin and I are available to answer any questions that you may have. Anyone have any questions for us?
Simply unmute yourself if you want to ask a question and then ask it.
My name is Gil Peterson, either Robin or I am a long-time Stanford patient. I've been treated for various kinds of cancers for about 25 years. The neurology side of Stanford is quite new to me. Could you explain a little bit the kind of Stanford resources? These are direct resources such as neurologists, neurosurgeons, and the like that are in the East Bay, or
I'm sorry. I know that there are Stanford neurologists in the East Bay, but I don't know exactly who they are and where they are. But we can find that out and get back to you. If you'd be kind enough, I can let Rick know. But Gil, if you'd be kind enough to put in the chat your email, so I'll get back to you specifically about that.
yes,
But I do know that there are some in the East Bay, but I don't know where they are.
it would be very helpful.
Thank you.
Do you maintain a YouTube channel of these exercises so that people can just go back and review them or watch them and work out to them?
That's a really good question. There are definitely folks who are interested in pre-recorded exercise videos, so it's on our wish list. We don't currently have any available, but it's something we hope to work on in the future.
Great.
And of course, our Parkinson's Community Outreach webpage lists tons and tons of either live, virtual exercise classes, and we also have a different webpage of Parkinson's exercise videos. So we can give you both of those links, Rick, and you can share them.
Excellent. I'll also put those on the YouTube video once we post it, which will be in, I guess, less than 2 days.
Perfect.
Rick, I have one other question, and that would be, this is Gil Peterson again, I'm sorry. Is there information available to us on both DBS, such as you indicated? There is an upcoming session, on adaptive DBS, but also on focused ultrasound in Parkinson's.
We had a talk earlier this year by Dr. Margaret Ferris at Stanford that included both focused ultrasound. She's an expert in that, actually, and DBS. And again, if you email me, Gil, or text, maybe either email me at rriddle@stanford.edu or put in the chat your email address, I can send you a link to that, a recording of that talk.
Thank you. That'd be great.
I would think the link to the adaptive DBS would be one that a number of our people are interested in. And we could share it by email blast. Robin, you're muted.
Oh, thank you. Rick, I did, I can forward it to you again, but since you're a Parkinson's support group leader, you received the link, I think, on Monday.
Right,
I
okay.
shared the link with that around, but I'm happy to send it to you
Will
again.
do.
Yeah. Since that's tomorrow, should share it tomorrow at noon, should share that quickly.
Absolutely. Will you make sure, Robin or Megan, to send me the slideshow so that we can post it on our website? As you know, we often find that stuff that is so information rich like this really bears from a website presence as well as the YouTube channel presence. And the slideshow was really excellent, full of great information.
One of us can surely email it to you.
I'm sure. If there are any other questions, just simply unmute yourself and, ask. Now, I'm curious as to whether Stanford ever partners with other healthcare organizations like UC Med in San Francisco, John Muir, Kaiser, etc.
Meg, do you have anything to share on that? If not, I can say a little bit about that.
I don't, Robin.
Okay, so I mentioned tomorrow there's Dr. Helen Bronte Stewart is speaking on adaptive DBS, and we've been trying to get a three-way support group going in Sacramento area. 3 different medical centers collaborate on a DBS support group. I think one medical center handles 4 monthly meetings, and the next medical center does 4, and what have you. And we at Stanford have been trying to get 2 organizations, I won't say who, 2 organizations in the Bay Area to collaborate like that. And it's a challenge because not every organization has the same idea that we have. So that's one effort we've been trying to do. We often collaborate on important research going on. So for example, UCSF has a very cool little study going on, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but it's on our website, and I can share you a link to maybe the blog post. But UCSF has a cool little study going on. It's all remote. And we at Stanford, yes, we compete with UCSF, but we felt it was important for everybody in the community to know about that research. So we shared that information. We invited the UCSF researcher to come to one of our Palo Alto PD support group meetings to give a talk about that research. So that's some collaboration going on. And I mentioned earlier, we at Stanford often collaborate with the local nonprofit organization called Brain Support Network. It's not a medical or healthcare organization. It's a nonprofit focused on atypical Parkinsonism disorders like Lewy body dementia, or progressive supranuclear palsy, which is a disease my dad had. And that organization also does brain donation. And the gadget meeting and the Lewy body dementia caregiver symposium will both be cooperative efforts with Brain Support Network.
Mhm.
I have a question. You described a broad and deep array of services that are available for free. How is Stanford paying for all this?
Meg, you want to talk about the
Sure. Well, Stanford is committed to supporting our patients and caregivers in a variety of ways, both medical and addressing the physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being of patients and caregivers. By the way, I think one thing I didn't emphasize was that our wellness classes are also available for our caregivers to participate along with patients as well. And our classes are funded by a combination of our own money as well as money from kind and generous donors who are interested in supporting the kinds of classes that we offer for patients and community members.
And some of the efforts at Stanford, some of the resources that I talked about, we are an American Parkinson Disease Association. That's APDA is the acronym, Information Referral Center. So we do receive funding for that from the APDA, which is fantastic. That pays for a lot of our effort. And then we also have additional private funding from some generous donors who are very interested in caregiver support, and that funds a lot of our activities as well.
Are there any other questions or comments? Simply unmute yourself and ask if you have one. Now, one of the things I did notice was that when Yue was doing her exercises, a lot of those are power move, Parkinson wellness recovery. So, I mean, can you just comment a little bit more about that and Parkinson's wellness recovery and why you settled on that, et cetera, and how you work with others, practitioners, et cetera?
Meg, you want to talk about that? I can speak a little bit about that, but
Robin, why don't you start and I'll fill in.
Okay, great. So as many people know, PWR, Parkinson's Wellness Recovery, is an excellent Parkinson specific exercise paradigm. And the PWR folks are based out of Tucson, Arizona, and it grew out of something called LSVT Big. The co-inventor of LSVT Big is the founder of PWR, Parkinson's Wellness Recovery. So you and many other practitioners have learned these techniques, Power, LSVT Big. These are the two primary techniques. There's something else called Delay the Disease. So over the years, you and other exercise instructors have picked up these techniques Some of people have received additional certification in these programs, but they're fairly easily understood. Power offers, focuses on, for example, 4 power moves that you have to learn, and Yue has adopted those as part of her exercise class. So again, if you look on the Stanford Parkinson's website, both the in-person class webpage that I mentioned, and also the virtual class webpage, you'll find many, many classes that utilize PWR, power, some that utilize delay the disease, and some that utilize LSVT big. So these are the main exercise programs out there in the community, and it's great that the instructor, you incorporate so many of them, because they're very important.
Mhm. Absolutely. Well, are there any other questions, folks? Well, we're getting right near the 1 o'clock witching hour, so to speak, when we all turn into pumpkins. So this video, a video of this presentation, will be up on our YouTube channel within 2 days. We will also post the PowerPoint slide presentation that Megan took us through earlier that contains all that valuable information. We will post that on our website as well. And in the YouTube description, you'll find the critical links listed that you can just click on and go to, such as the Stanford site, which contains, well, where you can see what, Robin, Meg, and you are all doing. So I'd like to thank everyone, and I think I want to thank you from Stanford. You're doing a fantastic job. All these services are free. That's an incredible thing. And the exercise program that you took us through today is one that I think everyone could benefit from on a daily basis, if you ask me. And I say that as someone who has Parkinson's.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet all of you. Take care.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to talk to the group, Rick. Really enjoyed it, and it's good to see you in person. I don't think we've ever met in person, but
No, we've just emailed each other multiple times. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and thanks for the very good questions.
Well, excellent. I'm sure, remember, one thing that starts to happen is once we post these videos, they tend to get 10 to 20 to 50 times the exposure. It's kind of incredible the way this keeps on giving. So I appreciate the willingness that you, Meg, and you have shown to put this on video as well.
Thanks, Rick.
You're
Have a good day,
welcome.
everyone.
Well, thank you all, and that concludes our Lunch and Learn. For any questions, feel free to email us, president@pnmd.net, or go to the website and click on any of the links for more information. For those of you looking for a caregiver program, grant information program, that's on our website as well. So thank you. And this coming Saturday, for those of you that have no place else to go, we have our monthly in-person meetings and talks. That's it, and bye-bye, folks.